So we got the FOMC meeting minutes later tonight at 8 p.m. South African time out of the United States. And it's really just a follow-up to the last interest rate decision. And sometimes they give us some tidbits as to what's going to be happening moving forward. So traders really look for some of that clues moving forward as well. Now, as we're doing this, we got to take stock of what's happening in the markets. Now, behind me is the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. And if we look on the top here, okay, we have an all-time high for the NASDAQ in July, and that's an all-time high for the Dow Jones, both making all-time record highs almost in tandem. Now, we sold off from our grace, right? Since July, the beginning of August, we sold off over 3,000 points on the Dow Jones, almost 2,000 points in the NASDAQ, and they both came and had a comeback, okay? They both had this big bounce on the upside. Now, I want to make this very interesting observation. Now, if you look at the NASDAQ relative to where its all-time record highs, it's much lower than where the Dow Jones is. The Dow Jones rebound is much closer to its all-time record highs. What it seems to imply is that tech stocks are a little bit weaker in their recovery after that major sell-off. However, with that said, whatever is going to happen next is really going to be very, very important. Now, we are going into elections in November, and there's a lot of uncertainty in the market, and we may see this sell-off happening again. Now, when we usually have this massive sell-off and then we have a bounce, that bounce is usually at 50%. For both of them, we're above that. So there is some resilience in the short term, but moving into September, we may see a little bit of a choppy market. So something to look forward to. Keep eye on the FOMC tonight.